Hi Hannah, this is a quick tutorial on how to add a new gallery to your gallery page on your website. Now before you get into anything on the back end of your website with the gallery itself, it's very important to bring those photos into Photoshop for a couple reasons. There's a couple things that you need to do with each and every image before you upload it onto your website. And let's go into Photoshop here. The first thing that you need to do is go to Image and resize the image. Click on Image Size. And every photo in your albums are resized at a height of 400. It's important that the height remains the same with every image for a couple reasons, but I'll just show you real quick. We'll click OK on that. If we go into your gallery and click on the light box, you'll see that regardless if the image is a landscape or a vertical image, it's still the same height, which allows for fluid transitioning with clicking on the buttons, and it doesn't make your picture blow up and get as big as the whole page or anything like that. It stays the same, creates consistency. So that's the reason for that. You want to make sure every image is at 400. Once it's at 400, go to File, Save As, and there's a couple things to do here. The first thing is to create a unique name for that image. You never want to leave it as just a number because that will allow for duplications in your lightbox of the same image. When they're just numbers, there's no way to really know which one you're putting in there, and if you're doing a lot at once, you can run into problems that way. So always give it a unique name. For this album, I called everything Example, and then I just gave it a number. So we've got 1 through 39 images that we're adding for this album. So we'll start with image 1, it's example 1. The second thing you want to do is save it as a JPEG, and the reason for that is because it allows, well here, let's just show. Obviously I've already saved it as a JPEG, I'm going to just hit replace. That won't show up for you. But it allows for resolution, so even though we've compressed it down to a height of 400, if we save it as a JPEG, we can save it as a medium file, as a low image quality file, but we want to save it as a high image quality file. So even though we've compressed it down to 400, we want that resolution to stay. So just make sure it's on high and click OK, and that image is saved. And so those are the steps that you have to go through in Photoshop with every single image before you upload it on the back end. So we'll get Photoshop out of the way, and now I will show you how to add a gallery to your gallery page. So we go here and we click on Dashboard. And then we want to go to Foo Gallery. This is your plugin for your gallery. And you have the options right here. You want to hit Add Gallery. And we're going to enter a title here of Parties and Events. Everything else, these are all settings that are the default settings, which is what you have on your website right now. If in the future you ever want to change it, you can absolutely change anything on this, but as for tutorial purposes right now, we're going to leave everything the same because that's how everything is already set up. So basically you put in the title right here and then you click Add Media. Now here it gives you the option to add media that you already have uploaded into your media library. Or you can upload files. Now I don't have any of these images uploaded into the media library, so I'm going to upload the files, which will then put them into the media library automatically. So you hit Select Files, and this is the folder I have all of your images saved on. So I'm just going to highlight them all, and then click Open. And so now we're in your media library, and this is the process of it automatically uploading these to your media library. So we're going to wait for all of these to show up, and then we'll close out of here and add this gallery onto your website. It's actually very easy to do that. It's the Photoshop that's really the long process of everything. Resizing all of the images and making sure they're named uniquely. Now could you imagine if these file sizes were original? This would take forever, and it would also give you bad SEO on your web page as well. So it's a good thing that we're doing all of these preliminary steps first. And they're loaded. They automatically have checkboxes on every single new one that we just imported to your media file. So you don't have to click on anything other than select. These are your new gallery items under parties and events. And it gives you the option to add more if you want to add more. You can also click on them, delete it, add information, whatever you wish to do. But once they're there, all you really have to do is hit publish. Now, when you hit publish, it does not publish to your website. In fact, if we go to your website, I have another window already opened up just so that I could go back and forth. If we go to your website, you'll see that this is just the wedding gallery we have. So when you hit publish there, all it does is publish it to your Foo Gallery extension page here. Now, in order to put it onto your website, this is the steps that you have to take to do that. See over here where it says gallery shortcode? All you have to do is click on that. It'll automatically copy it to your clipboard. See, it says shortcode copied to clipboard. So once you click on that, you want to go to the page that you want to add this gallery to. So you click on Pages, and we're going to scroll down to Gallery. Click on Edit. And right now, this is what's going on your gallery page. Here's some back-end coding up here. This is just basically, you can see where it says weddings right here. So all of this coding for the word weddings is for this right here. It's to make that word show up the way that it does and where it's at on the page. And then this is actually the other gallery. So this line of coding right here, this is the short code that is this wedding gallery, if that makes any sense. So we're just going to add some new stuff. We're going to go down here, and we're going to Command V and paste the short code that we copied a moment ago. See how this number is different than this number? This means that these are two different galleries completely. So this is the one we just created right here. Now I want the text to look the same and be in the same place, so I'm going to copy this entire tag, Command C, and then I'm going to go above this one right here and hit Command V and hit paste. The only thing we're going to change is in between the tags right here where it says weddings, we're going to change this to parties and events. And then we're going to hit update. Now, by hitting update, that means that you are in fact publishing this to your website. Don't worry about all this stuff down here. This is just to track analytics with. So it's just a bunch of back-end stuff used to track analytics for this page specifically. So really, this is all you want to deal with is just a single line of coding with the Foo Gallery ID. So now in order to see if it's there, you can go to View Page. And we see we have weddings. Beautiful. And now we have parties and events. And now let's just click on this and make sure the light box is working. Yep, everything seems to be working just great. But so notice the consistency as you click through with the top and bottom of these images. Because we resized all of them to have a height of 400, this arrow, although it might go in and out, is going to stay in the same place on a vertical level, making the click-through a lot easier and making your images not blow up on the page or anything like that. So that's all there is to it. I hope you have enjoyed that. Thanks.